Yo, what is going on, guys? EmSwizzle here, and today I will be talking about future stores that we could potentially see come to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I'm sure a lot of us got New Horizons and said,
hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
And the thing that is not right is the fact that we only have 5 buildings compared to, I want to say, about 11 buildings in New Leaf, if not more. It's somewhere around there. In New Horizons, we have Resident Services, Nook's Cranny, Able Sisters, the airport, and the museum. In New Leaf, I won't name every single one, but we had Club LOL, Shampoodle, and all of those on Main Street, plus Town Hall, everything like that. So as you can tell, we are missing a significant amount of buildings from New Leaf and other previous games. It seems that they just vanished and left, which they kinda did. Or they got replaced by objects, either one. I mean, poor Luna got replaced by a bed. That's just depressing. There are some stores that people have requested and people have wanted for super long, so today we're going to zero in on those buildings that could come in the near future, even though we should already have them in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So the first store that we could see return to New Horizons is Kix. Now, some people may think that having Kix with his own store is unnecessary now due to Able Sisters already selling shoes, but correct me if I'm wrong. Kix is the only person who will ever sell you a bag in New Horizons, so it would still make sense for him to have his own store, and maybe with that store, he could sell exclusive shoes and a bunch of bags. Not exactly sure what else he may sell with his store. In New Leaf, Kix only sold shoes, so it'll be quite interesting to see what he is going to sell if he were to have his own store. Kix in the plaza for New Horizons sells shoes and bags. I think Kix needs his own store, but I like Kix, and it's a bit sad to see his store go. I see Kix as a very underrated NPC, and I feel like he does not get talked about as much as he should. Probably because his store is gone. I mean, I don't know. Maybe call the shop Bags and not Kix, since Mabel and Sable beat you at your own game. I'm not 100% sure if we could get the Kix building back, but that building is a huge building that we are missing, and hopefully it does make a return. Now, the next store that we could see return to Animal Crossing New Horizons is Leaf's store. For those who do not play New Leaf, get it? New Leaf? Never mind, okay. Anyways, Leaf sold flowers, axes, and stuff like that. Maybe Leaf could get his own building where he can sell pumpkins, axes, flowers, and bushes. I'm not sure, but I think people who sell on the plaza deserve their own shop. Leaf had his own shop back in New Leaf, but once again, Timmy and Tommy beat him to it by selling their own flowers. Although Leaf has a better variety of flowers, I could still see Leaf getting his own shop since he sells more than just a couple flowers. It was cool to see multiple different shops in New Leaf. I feel like New Horizons is just all of them thrown into 2 different shops. It kinda sucks. But I think it was done this way so that we would have more room to create and customize our island, and so that shops will not take up too much room. Because in New Leaf, majority of the shops were on Main Street. They weren't scattered across your town. I think Nintendo is hesitant to add more buildings because not everyone has room to build them. But they're definitely going to add at least one more building to our islands. So for those who have their islands packed, you better make room. Now, the second to last store that we have a pretty good chance of seeing in New Horizons is Gracie Grace, along with LaBelle helping out there. So for those who have never heard of Gracie or her shop, Gracie Grace, it was basically the Louis Vuitton of Animal Crossing, the designer store, the place where you treat yourself. It was way too expensive. I went there in City Folk recently and could not afford anything. Realistically, it's not that expensive, I'm just broke in City Folk. Hey, that rhymes. Especially after all the villagers stole my bells on Festival. Isn't Festival the day that we party, not steal? Anyways, we are not talking about the festival right now. The 2 employees at Gracie Grace were Gracie and LaBelle, who is or was one of the Able Sisters, something like that. And I expect this store to return because Gracie has been in every single Animal Crossing game that has ever been released. If she's not in New Horizons, I'll be shocked. She is one of the main missing characters and we really need her to come to the game. I would love to go and blow my bells at the Animal Crossing designer store. My favorite hobby. Just kidding. But now that I can afford stuff in New Horizons, please open that shop up. And now, for the last store that is on this list, you guys might have guessed it, it is Brewster in the Roost. Now, it is almost confirmed that Brewster is coming to New Horizons, as he has been mentioned in dialogue and due to all of the community requesting him, but the question is, will he have his own building? To be honest, I think he will. In some games, they just threw Brewster in the museum, but there is no space in the museum we have now. And the museum we have in New Horizons is already been upgraded. Unless it gets upgraded again, which is very unlikely, Brewster will probably have his own building. So for the people watching this that have their entire island packed, you might want to start clearing out some space this fall when Brewster is expected to come to the game. It's been long enough waiting for Brewster, and if we get the Roost, then the wait was worth it, but if we do not get the Roost, then the wait was not worth it at all. It all depends on what Nintendo wants to do, but while I'm sure he will have his own building, do not quote me on that because Nintendo has not added one new building apart from the 2 main ones, Nook's Granny and Able Sisters, which were already in the game when it first released, so time will tell. But the most likely one on this list to get a store to himself is Brewster. So guys, that is all for the video today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I post Animal Crossing content every single day, and like the video if this helped you guys out. And while you're at it, comment down below the word shop if you made it this far, and what buildings do you think will return, and I'll be replying to all those comments. Also, make sure to check out all the links in the description, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I cut her off when I say that we're done, but I say that we're done every day. Don't want me back, but you keeping me round. Can you tell me what you want from me? You was so 50, is you really with me? Cause I can be gone in a day. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?